Hey guys, what's going on? This is David Dye with Rock Hard Live, Sacramento's #1 quality music page for bands and the like. So I'm sitting here with an amazing band, Miss May I. What's going on, fellas?
Excited for Warped Tour. Tired from yesterday. Yesterday was the first day, so I'm like getting in the swing of things.
All right, and the first thing I wanted to ask you was from camera left to you. What's your guys' names and what do you guys play?
I'm Ryan. I play bass and sing a little bit.
I'm Levi. I yell really loud into the mic.
Nice. So today you guys are doing the Warped Tour, and you guys are on the whole tour, not just part of it, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope.
Third time around.
Third time around. Second time main stage. It's been crazy. I love Warped Tour.
Nice. And so is this one of your guys' favorite tours?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot different than when we were talking about before, where you saw us the first time at Aftershock. It is like an outdoor festival, but this one has a random schedule daily, which makes a whole different list of complications every day that you gotta figure out. You gotta figure out when you can eat, when you can play, when you can sign, all that stuff, and it makes it so that every single day is different. So the whole summer, every day, you wake up in the morning, you're like, all right, I don't know what's gonna happen today, but we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be good. There are gonna be lots of kids. It's a good tour.
So I'm gonna get right into it. You guys have a new album coming out August 7th, Deathless.
Yes.
Please tell me about this. What's going on and how hard is it gonna be? And all of the details.
It is the hardest.
It's the hardest.
Record, for sure.
I think it's the first pissed off, mean Miss May I record all the way through. We've always had some pissed off songs, but we try to be a positive band. And it's not that we're not a positive band. It's just this record sort of reflects all the struggles we went through as a band, and it's built up so much, and we're just like, this is what the record's going to be about. Because I think we were off for so long writing the record, and that's the first thing that comes to mind when we wanted to write was ended up he's doing lyrics, I'm doing lyrics, and we're like, it's about the same thing, and just how we're pissed at certain little things that we've went through, and yeah, and I think we titled it Deathless because it's our 5th album, and we've been doing it for a long time, even though we're younger, but we're still kicking and still alive. A lot of bands fade out.
We're already closing in on, what is it, 7 years of doing this. It's all the same guys, and the last year and a half or so is the first. I think everybody goes through it when you're an adult. Like, you go through your easy years right after high school, where you still don't really, you're just doing what you do. You know, you're not really stressed out yet. And then the last year and a half or so behind the scenes, we just had so much stuff going on in each individual member's life, on top of the stuff going on with the band, that when we decided to write the record, everyone was just like, let's just go ahead and be healthy about it and get all the aggression out on one record. So we just wrote arguably the most angry record we've done so far.
That's unique, because usually I hear from like bands, you know, that have been telling me, because I did an interview with Winds of Plague, and they told me that they got all their aggressive out on the first CDs, usually, because you say you guys were doing it when you guys were younger. So
yeah,
it's usually you get the aggression out on the beginning, but
I think
we've always held it back, sort of.
Yeah,
we always wanted to.
We had really good luck.
Yeah.
Honestly, we had so much good luck and so much good fortune for a few years that when the bad luck caught us, and the tough, you know, growing up kind of stuff caught up to us, you know, you got to pay your bills, and you're getting married, and you're trying to make that work on the road, and maybe the business side of things isn't working out for you, and all that kind of stuff. It's not easy like a lot of the older stuff was when we were just starting touring. Like, oh, my guitar broke. How do I fix this problem? I buy a guitar.
It's bigger. The bigger the band, the bigger the problems. So that's what the bigger we got, the bigger the problems got, and you're just like, we weren't prepared. So that's sort of this record. We're just let everybody know how we felt. And now got it off our chest.
So out of your guys' rivalry, do you guys feel that because you guys are the younger ones, are you guys putting out more aggressive lyrics-wise? Are you guys writing it, or do you guys feel like the guitarists and the drummers are going to beat you guys in the aggression?
We got to bounce off each other, because if the guitar work gets laid down first, and if Jared's not laying down aggressive drums with the aggressive guitars, we don't really have a basis to lay anything aggressive down. I think that's where we were with the last record, is we were a little bit less aggressive overall. So then by the time we got to doing the lyrics and the melodies and stuff, Levi and I weren't quite as aggressive as we needed to be
We
either.
sort of vibe out on the instruments before lyrics even come. So if it sounds pissed off, like instrumental wise, then it's gonna be a pissed off vibe.
It's hard to write lyrics about unicorns and rainbows and cookies and stuff when
Unicorn
the
stage, come
song
catch us.
is when the song is already just instrumentally just a really heavy song.
Well, and that's one thing that, you know, I've appreciated is, as far as what I've seen from Miss May, is that you guys have kept the aggressive metal going. Like, you guys haven't changed any of the sound. Like, when I hear you guys, and I'm looking forward to hearing you guys on the Vans Warped Tour today. And if anybody doesn't catch it, can you guys tell them, like, what stage you guys are going to permanently be on?
Unicorn main stage.
There's a giant unicorn on fire on the front of our stage.
It's pretty badass. It sounds not badass, but it is.
But it is badass.
All right. So if you guys are anywhere around the United States and you're not in California, because today we're here in
Mountain View,
California, and check them out. Unicorn stage. How do you feel about being on the Unicorn stage, thrashing it?
I'm pretty excited. It's cool. I don't know. I feel I saw the shark stage and I was real excited. I was like panning across the debut of the stage names. I was like, oh, shark stage, that sounds cool. And then ours came up and I was like, unicorn. And then when we pulled up the huge banners, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And we have a lot of the heavy bands on our stage too. So
flaming unicorn too. It's not just any unicorn.
Yeah.
The thing's on fire.
Not only can he stab you, he'll light your ass up at the same time.
So would you say that that's a transgression from your? I mean, would you say that that's a nice little thing about your guys' band that you can?
We're like happy little unicorns, but we'll burn your ass up.
Yep,
that's about right.
That's Miss May and right there.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, in a nutshell. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And so I got a fan question. One fan said that they noticed that there was a backstory to your guys' song that was "Hero with No Name." Can you please elaborate with us and tell us like the backstory on that?
Yeah, that song was. We have a lot of military fans, especially when we play around the world. It'll be crazy to play in Germany and a bunch of people from the base come and just around the U.S. And we have a lot of military fans, and we've never, since the last record was about the fans, we've never really sort of gave them credit because we've had stories. Our drummer has this great story where this one soldier he worked on helicopters and he would spray paint our logo on the bombs.
Oh, nice.
And it's like you hear that stuff and you can't just say thank you
is
not
enough. Yeah.
So we wrote "Hero with the Name." It's sort of
a dedication, to American military.
So in some sick, twisted thought, Miss May has given back to the country of Iraq and Afghanistan. How you?
I guess indirectly. I guess. Yeah. I guess. I guess.
Cool.
Sorry, all the anti-war things. I just thought about it. I'm like, well, if he's writing it, that means you guys your love was spread across the Middle East.
Yeah.
I think another big piece of that song too was us getting to do that same tour where you saw somewhere. We toured with Five Finger Death Punch, who are a very outgoing band, and they work really closely with all their fans who are in the military. I mean, they would go out of their way to find. There'd be disabled military men and women who wanted to come to the show, and they would set up entire sections for them at the show. And seeing a band go out on a limb and do that much for a certain group of fans that they know appreciate their band so much, I think it kind of gave us the balls to like go out there and be like, yeah, we should do a song dedicated to these people.
And I agree. You know, like for instance, the Five Finger Death Punch. I remember he stood on the stage and he was talking about the military when the guy gave him the ID, the dog tags, and you remember the story with the dog tag?
Every day we heard that one.
And when he told that story, when Paul Mooney said that story about when the guy's Jeep got hit by the RPG and the song kept playing over and over, that stuck with me forever. Yeah. And if you guys can pass that along too. Somebody's gonna stand there and listen to that story of some military guy coming up to you guys and giving you guys a story.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like, especially our age, the people that are just now getting in the military. We graduated from high school, went straight to this, and there's so many people we went to school with that graduated and went straight to the military, and we sort of. Our lives aren't really dangerous, obviously, on tour. Like we sort of get pampered out here, so it's just to meet friends and to meet people our age and the lives they have to live every day. We're just like, you guys are way cooler than we are. They're like, thanks for the show, and I'm like, no, thank you for going out and risking everything, because I'm out here eating catering and hanging out with interviewers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
And one cool thing about though is we do find that we link up with a lot of those men and women easily though, because of the travel. You know, we might not be in one country for an entire year like they are, but we are away from home 9 months a year. So on that level, linking up with them whenever we do meet servicemen and women is really easy, because you automatically have something in common that you can quickly talk about, get to know each other. You're like, yeah, you haven't seen your family in who knows how long? Me either, man. Yeah. You haven't eaten anything that you want to eat, and who knows how long? Me either, man. Like, and you immediately can just have a nice conversation, get to know somebody.
That's cool, man. Yeah, because, you know, I mean, you know, there's somebody out there right now that when they're on the road and they're far away and all of a sudden they hear you guys and you guys are just pounding it out. They get, you know, whatever it is, whatever job that they're in or whatever field that they're in, you know, some jobs you can't even listen to heavy metal or you're out there. And then, you know, as a serviceman, repair helicopters. I mean, you know, there's different genres of things that you can, if you're a part of the military, I mean, you know, you're working at NASA or something, you can't even listen to no music at your offices and stuff. And all of a sudden, you guys come out, play a show, they show up, they're like, you know, they're looking up to you guys.
It's an escape, that's cool too. To know that our band has gotten to the point where we still are like that with bands. We will meet a band and we will be losing our shit. We will be just loving it. But that Mayhem Festival all summer, every day, we're just in heaven. And it's so cool that for some people, that's what our band does. When they show up to a concert, that's what watching Miss May I perform is for them.
So then let me ask you this then. We're going to go hard on this one. So what band have you guys met that you guys just shit yourself?
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. So what I mean, could you have an experience that you can talk about, like where it was just like, woo?
Mine was, so we were I watched them at the Amphitheater, which was far away from our bus, and it was like a torrential downpour. So I got stuck at the Amphitheater, I couldn't walk to our bus, and I was just sitting in the catering all by myself. I was like, well, I'll just wait till the rain to die down. All my friends already left. And then M Shadows, which I've said, like, passed by and, like, waved. Never, like, introduced myself, really. He came in and he's like, hey, man, you want a drink? And I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, yeah. And so I went to his green room. And then the cool thing is he has Fort Knox, which is this huge road case of video games, because he just plays video games all day.
Nice.
And so I went in there and I'm like, wait a second. He likes video games. I like video games. So we just talked about video games and drank for 4 hours. And I literally was in awe the whole time. I was like, this is the coolest time ever. And then from then on out, they were like, they're just the most, like, chill, normal guys. But that was just the first experience. I was like, yeah, of course I want to hang out. This is crazy.
Yeah, we expect when we go on tour with a band that gigantic. Korn was on the tour as well. We did the Five Finger one was the same way. When you tour with a band that can fill an arena, when we're used to bars and clubs, and this is about as big as it gets for us usually if we're in charge of being the headlining draw, and you go on tour with a band that'll fill an arena or whatever crazy place they're playing their concert that day, you just assume that you'll never get to talk to them, that they're just rock stars off doing cool stuff. And every time we've done a tour with a giant band like that, we have become friends with them because they're doing the same thing.
You got to think too, at the same time, in 10 years you guys could be there. Let's say you guys are fucking hitting these albums out and people are buying your albums. All of a sudden you guys move to a bigger record label. What record label are you guys on right now?
We've been with Rise Records our whole career.
Rise Records, you know, and I'm not going to say that anything else is bigger than that, but I'm saying there are record labels, but I'm saying you move up and more people hear about you just because of their shelving and their place.
Avenged Sevenfold. I mean, I forgot about it, but somebody told me in the catering line a few minutes ago. I was hanging out with my buddy Bill from Silverstein, and he reminded I was talking about Avenged and how much I liked him at Mayhem, and he reminded me of how he remembers how nice they were when Silverstein performed with Avenged when they were on Warped Tour even longer ago. And it's crazy because at that time Silverstein and Avenged were probably, you know, like same size, just underground bands rocking it on Warped Tour, and now Avenged is like whew.
Yeah, like a castle on stage that catches on fire. It's insane.
Or like at the Aftershock Festival with the skull thing. Yeah, but basically I just want to touch on that and stuff, and and we got everything out of the way and stuff, and the last bit, you guys say you guys play video games. What's your best game that you guys play?
I like Battlefield.
I'm good at nothing but race car games. I'll lap your ass.
Yep, he's really good.
All right, let the fans know anything else you guys want to say. Give them your outro statement. We want to thank you guys again.
Yeah, Deathless comes out August 7th. Pick it up. You can pre-order on Warped Tour for $5. And yeah, stay metal. We'll see you guys on Warped Tour.
$5? Woo!
$5.
All right. Thank you guys for doing this with Rock Hard Live, and we'll see you out there.
Stay metal.